So more ongoing news with Tiger Woods' DUI arrest. The state attorney's office in Martin County is now requesting his medical records. Why do they want his medical records? Well, because they have no evidence that he was actually under the influence of anything when he had this rollover accident. And so and I'm going to give you the statute number for this so you can look this up for yourself. Florida statute 456.057, subsection 7, subsection A, little 3. In any civil or criminal action, unless otherwise prohibited by law, upon the issuance of a subpoena from a court of competent jurisdiction and proper notice to the patient or the patient's legal representative by the party seeking such records. So that's the authority that the state attorney's office is using to subpoena Tiger's medical records. Now, you might remember after the accident, he went to the hospital. And so he didn't give them any evidence like blood or urine or any of that other stuff. But it's very possible that when he went to the hospital, they took blood from him. He may have given a urine sample, and they want to get those records to see what's in there, because it may be evidence that supports their argument, their case, that he was impaired at the time of the accident. So in the description for this video, I put a link to the actual article, but what's interesting about the article is that contained in it is the actual notice that was filed by the state attorney's office in Martin County, and you can read it for yourself. And it's a 10-day notice saying, hey, Tiger, we're just letting you know, we are subpoenaing your medical records from the hospital. You got 10 days to object. And if there's an objection, then we'll have a hearing before the judge, and the judge will decide if we're going to get those records or not. But just an interesting twist. Now, as prosecutor, even if we had, even if we had a blood test, right? Because there's legal blood and there's medical blood, right? The legal blood would have been taken, say, for instance, when somebody's taken to the sheriff's office, right? And they give a blood sample, and then maybe they went to the hospital and there was a medical blood, meaning that that was blood that was taken to the hospital, but not necessarily while they were in custody. And sometimes we'd want both, right? Because the medical blood may have been taken either before or after they went to the sheriff's office, so different time. And when you've got results that are different times, you get an expert to tell you what it was, like what was the actual blood reading at the time that they were driving. See, it's called retrograde extrapolation. A topic for a different day. But long story short is the more chemical results we have, the easier it is to paint the picture at the time of the arrest, because that's the issue, right? What was their blood alcohol level or breath alcohol level at the time they were driving, and then their arrest. So interesting stuff here. I'll let you read this for yourself. Tell me what you think about Tiger's case. I think it's bogus. I don't think they have any evidence at all. And I know Tiger Woods' lawyer, Doug Duncan, who is one of the finest lawyers I've ever met. I met him when I first met Doug in 1993 when I was a student intern, and just somebody I looked up to, just a fabulous, fabulous lawyer. I think Doug's gonna eat these guys for breakfast, but I guess that's why we have trials. We'll wait and see. In the meantime, if you have a loved one who's dealing with a substance use or mental health issue and you're tired of the chaos, let's have a conversation. Let's see if there's a different outcome for you and your loved one. Also, in the link for this video is a link to our brand new book, all about the Marchman Act. You click on the link, you give us your name, your email address, and we will send it to you for free, no charge. So please download the book. We made it for you. If there's an issue going on in your family and I haven't made a video about that issue, let me know. Post in the comments. I'll make you a video because I want you to get the information that you need. If you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. Helps with the Google algorithm. It really makes a difference for us. So please give us this thumbs up. And if you want more of this content that I make every day, please subscribe to the channel. With that said, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.